Hi, I'm Bonnie McDonald Dixon with Storyvan TV, and I am excited to bring back Christine Smith. She is uh, a the Body Shop consultant at home, and why I was so intrigued with her the first time we had a conversation and interview was because she has been doing this a long time. And her customers actually, at certain times of the year, she actually will deliver on her bicycle. And I just thought that was amazing. I just loved it. And I love it that she loves her products so much. And she's doing worldwide business in the sense that she works in the UK, she serves the US and Australia. Not Canada yet, but who knows? So today, what we'd love to learn is this time of year can be very stressful for people. And Christine and I were chatting about some of the ways that we can not only help our customers, but ourselves. Christine, let's share with us a little bit of some of the things that you offer and that you're working with to help people at home do their shopping and, really take care of themselves.
Yeah, so hi, and thank you for having me back. I really appreciate the opportunity to join you again. So when we think of this time of year, we quite often just think about the people who are going to be receiving the things that we purchase for them. Whereas really, there are three different levels. So there are people who are going to receive our gifts. There are the people who produce the gifts that we are going to buy to pass on. Excuse me. And there is ourselves as well. And essentially looking out for all three. So obviously, with the Body Shop, a lot of the gifts that we have and our range is very much focused around pampering, treats, and beautiful fragrances. Sometimes people might have a perception that gifting a gift like that might feel like a little bit of an afterthought. There's not much thought gone into it. But what if that gift actually stops the recipient in the tracks? What if that gift forces that person to take some time out and pamper themselves and look after themselves? So, there's a lot more to it than just a little bit of shower gel, nice fragrance, etc. And it could be a one-off, or you could make somebody feel good every morning or every evening when they have a bath or a shower because they've got these beautiful fragrances. So for some people, I think it is changing that perception of how they view this kind of gift. Certainly, a lot of people love Christmas, and I can remember the first year actually that I didn't receive something like a pamper set, and I was like, okay. I have to go and get my own then. So I've certainly got people who get them for Christmas, and that sees them through till the birthday or the next Christmas. So and I think if you can find what somebody likes, then it's very tailored as well, isn't it?
It is. I love what you just said. So we might even enclose a card with it that literally shares with that person, the reason I gave you this gift is I want you to pamper yourself. When we're pampered, we think, well, it's often women. I'll say this. I know many men too, but we're working hard. We're doing so many things, and we're not taking the time out for ourselves. And it's especially important to do that when you're doing multiple tasks and multiple things, trying to be everything to everybody. It actually is a mental health and physical health issue to take care of yourself. It's like putting an oxygen mask on the airplane. If you can do that, then you can care for everyone else so much easier. And I encourage everyone to give a wonderful gift like this, but give the card that encourages your friend or your relative or your loved one or yourself even. This sounds really weird. To actually give a card to yourself to say, this is okay for myself to take time so that I am ready for the season. And you can start now. So one of the things why I thought this was fun to do now, it's only November 2nd, is that if we'll get the gifts now, then we don't even have to really stress about purchasing things for everyone else. We can have them all ready to go. Our mind is at rest and at ease. And what value is that to say, I don't even have to do a lot of shopping later on. I can do it now in the comfort of my home, or I can just call Christine or email her, order online, and really with a cup of tea
Yeah.
on your couch or at your kitchen table, you can get your shopping done just in a flash.
Yeah.
And share with us some of the things that are exciting that you have right now. Some of the different things that you think are really extraordinary.
So, I mean, I referred a little while ago about the people who actually produce the gifts that we give, and the Body Shop this year are very much celebrating their community fair trade partners. So what community fair trade does is it does exactly what you'd expect fair trade to do, so gives a fair income for the work that's done, but then the community element comes in because they pay a premium to the community on top of that as well. So if we take, for example, our shea butter, which is in most of the body butters, it's in lots and lots of products. There are around 640 women who directly benefit from the Body Shop's trade with the Tung Thea cooperative that produces the shea butter, but the whole community benefits from that. And one of the things that they've done over the years is built 7 schools in villages within that community on the back of the trade with the shea butter. And this particular gift I just love. And this, the paper is community fair trade paper. So it looks plastic that's actually made from paper, so it's obviously reusable as well, and it's packed full, the shea is in there, but packed full of community fair traded ingredients that are just going into those products. So that is something that the Body Shop is really celebrating this year. That those partnerships started in 1987, so many years, 35 years that's been running and helping to support communities right around the world, really. So when you buy a gift like that and you think about what goes behind, whether it's Body Shop or somewhere else, just thinking about where those ingredients have been sourced from, what impact they can have backwards, so before they've even landed in your hands, and of course the impact that they have on the person that you're giving the gift to. So yeah, that's one of my particular favorites this year. So but yeah, what you were saying as well about the busyness of this particular season, I mean, my children are older now, 18 and twin boys at 15, but I can certainly remember when they were at primary school. Right, December was just crazy, absolutely crazy. Carol concerts, brownies parties, clubs, swimming parties, the school Christmas play, Christmas fairs. There's just so much happening. And I know people who do buy themselves a Christmas gift and say, for example, to Christine, happy Christmas, love Christine, for example. But some people will do that at the beginning of December as well and just gift themselves something that is going to help them just to take time out every day. So it might be a pampering gift. I know last year, I mean, the Body Shop's a B Corporation. I try and buy from B Corps as much as possible. I treated myself to a Pukka tea advent calendar, so that I would just sit for every day, just for 5 minutes each day from the 1st of December up to the 24th, and just have a nice cup of tea in peace. And I think by the time I got to the 24th, I only had about 5 left. So there were maybe 5 days that I'd missed. But, it was just that little commitment to myself. Because exactly like you say, if you don't put your own oxygen mask on first, you can't help others. And who wants to be completely burnt out by the time you get to Christmas? We want to enjoy the family season, don't we? And I admit I have been there in between Christmas and New Year, where every time you sit down to watch a film, you're asleep before the opening titles have even ended. So definitely done that. And don't wish to again. So if I can do things for myself and pass on hints and tips to other people, it's going to help them arrive at Christmas feeling nice and refreshed and ready, rather than dilapidated and exhausted, then let's do that.
Yeah. I loved what you said earlier about thinking about the sourcing from where things come from. Knowing that that is helpful for other women, that that's their livelihood and they're being
Yeah.
supported in an extraordinary way. That's really amazing and wonderful to know that, number one. And I'm so happy to hear that. And the other thing is what you were just saying of a commitment to oneself for even 5 minutes. Knowing that you're going to have the 5 minutes and a cup of tea. For me, it's half an hour, but I just you just call me. I have a certain site that I go to of words of wisdom, a prayer, a cup of tea, and I just really think it's a mental health issue that's very helpful. And you also just brought up something. What if you order now, early, not only to take a burden off your mind before you get busy, but you start using the products all through the season versus getting everything at Christmas
Yeah.
time. And then, you've got this big gob of stuff. But if you use it through the season, you're actually getting more benefit. And that could be for your friends too. Maybe you give them an early gift saying, I know the season's going to be busy and I love you and I want you to take care of yourself. So I'm giving your gift early. And then you've actually taken some more off the table that you don't have to do at the last minute because,
Good
rushing around
idea.
trying to give gifts to everyone. And so
Yeah.
that's another idea to
Yeah.
do. And another idea is to have, how about this, a pampering party of friends where maybe you have gifts there and have a little cup of tea for everyone all at the same time. That could be
Yeah.
another really fun
Nice
thing to
little
do.
face mask and just
Mhm,
catch up. So yeah.
mhm, mhm.
The taking time out each day actually was one of the things that I reviewed, that obviously 2020 was a very unusual year, but what we used to do at 3 o'clock every afternoon was just sit outside our front door with a cup of tea or coffee. And if, say, I mean, we're not close together with our homes, but if somebody across the road was outside their door at 3 o'clock that day, we could have a shouted conversation across the
Mm,
street.
mm,
But
mm, mm,
and it was just that little bit of routine, even if it was just
mm,
myself and my husband sitting outside
mhm,
on the bench by the front door.
mhm,
But just a nice little bit of routine that just put a stop
mhm,
in every day. And when I
mhm,
reviewed, I like to review, what went well, what didn't go well. I realized I'd let that slip by a little bit. So actually doing that every day throughout last December helped to bring that particular habit back. So I always make sure at some point every day I will just sit and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee,
mhm.
no phone in hand. I might pick up a book, read a book for a few minutes, but just something that just takes any busyness out of the day.
Yeah, I love that. I love this idea. I love that right now that just by using the Body Shop products, you'll be helping someone else and helping yourself and making the season just a peaceful, wonderful time,
Yeah.
versus a frantic time. And so what I'm going to encourage everyone to do is to reach out to Christine and to her website and to her and say hi and and just see what resonates for you and for yourself and for some loved ones or best friends. And again, some of them are, you have packaged a product together or you have singles, is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can't actually buy products via my website, but there is actually a blog on there already about the Body Shop self-love campaign. So that's worth having a little read of as well. But there are links through to the websites that you can purchase from. So
Mhm, mhm.
yeah,
And if
and
they're in your
I love to
local
hear people's
area,
tips. Sorry.
if they're in your local area, how big of
No.
an area do you cover?
How far does the bike go?
The whole of
How
the
far does the bike
UK
go?
and America and Australia. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't deliver on my bike to Australia, though, I will say.
Not yet anyway.
But yeah, I tend to anywhere locally, rather than jumping in the car, I will either walk, or if I've got sometimes for like where we are, everybody can be in all different directions. So one on its own might not be many, but when you add it all together, it might be 5 or 6 miles. So then I'll tend to get on, maybe not on a day like today where it's throwing it down, but you know, if I can ride around on my bike in an hour rather than walking around for 2 hours, then that's good use of time and fresh air. And, you know, that's another form of self-love, isn't it? Exercise and fresh air. Just,
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I have one other quick question. What is your favorite product of the Body Shop?
oh, do you know? That's really a really hard question. We have had some amazing new product launches this year, and I'm going to spoil what's coming up in one of my future blogs that I've been planning, because one of my favorites has to be one of the newest ones, and it's the Breathe Massage Melt. So what this product does, it contains rosemary and eucalyptus, and so it's very refreshing type fragrance. I do a lot of sports, so I do a lot of running and swimming. Sometimes I do crazy long things that would have my legs cramping afterwards, and I love nothing more than to just pop that on after I've been exercising. It keeps those cramps at bay for me anyway. It's not probably not designed to do that, but for me it helps to keep any cramping away that might wake me up in the night and annoy my husband when I suddenly scream out. And it just smells absolutely amazing as well. And last week I was full of a cold. I was popping it on there because it just smells amazing, and just really helps to clear the senses. But the breathe element as well is very, very calming as well. So if there's different products in the range, but you know, if anybody's quite anxious about, you know, going to the dentist or presenting or whatever it might be, that can really help just to calm.
Yeah, that's really interesting about the olfactory senses. It acts fairly immediately when we're using a product like that, and so the body just responds so well to it. So, that sounds
Yeah.
like a very exciting product. So,
Yeah.
yeah, well, thank you for spoiling it.
That's all right. It's a little advance note, a little sneaky peek, shall we
Sneaky
say.
peek. Well, we look forward for this a very wonderful holiday season. It's very exciting. The world has opened up again, and we're out and about, and we'll probably get to many of us will get to see our families and our loved ones, and that's very exciting in itself. And thank you, Christine, for all you do by supporting a company that supports others. And we appreciate that you're on today and start the holiday season off right.
Yes.
So,
Well, thank you for having me.
oh, you're welcome. Again, everybody reach out to Christine and myself, and we can discuss all the fun holiday season things that are to be had for everyone to have a wonderful, healthy, happy holiday season. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.